Like sands through the hourglass. Oh yeah, you know it. Days of Our Lives Queen Deidre Hall, known to viewers as Dr. Marlena Evans for decades, and this General Hospital alum Emmy winner Steve Burton. They're joining forces in a Peacock original, Beyond Salem, and Trent got to catch up with them in their premiere week. Take a look.
Thank you both so much for joining me.
Hi, Trent. It's so nice to be with you again.
Oh, Deidre, I'm going to start with
you. A pleasure to meet you, sir.
Oh, you're the best. I am so glad, Deidre, that you rocked the return.
We always get through this, honey. We always
Yes, you know I scream. But you rocked the return of Mardevil last year. But I'm equally as glad that the storyline is wrapped. I got to be honest, because we have our calming, fabulous force of Marlena back. How did it feel recently to send off Ben so beautifully with his exit, and of course to be reunited with your favorite Day's daughter, Sammy?
We love Robert Scott Wilson.
Yes.
And we would, I don't think, ever let him go. Enough said? Sammy comes back every once in a while. It's always a thrill when she comes in because it's like the dust gets kicked up again. And I guess you just saw the wedding in the last day or two, which was colossally disrupted. And that's what Sammy brings to it. It's such a fun show, isn't it? It always has something going on that has you surprised and has you a little stunned.
Yes, and I feel like you have such great dynamics, of course, with Sammy for decades, but the Robert Scott Wilson bond is just incredible. Steve, my love for daytime, I gotta say it, began with you the summer of 6th grade with Jason and Elizabeth, Will They, Won't They on GH. I've never looked back since Liaison. How does it feel to return with this day's character, Harris Michaels, on an all-new series?
Literally amazing. It's been so much fun. Obviously, I'm so grateful. First, I started on Days in 1988, and then I had a great run on General Hospital. And then, 7 months ago, the executive producer, Albert Alar, said, "Hey, you want to meet for coffee?" And I'm like, "Sure." He's like, "Well, we're doing this thing called Beyond Salem. The first one was a huge success. We want to do a second one. Would you be interested?" I'm like, "Sure." He's like, "Would you play a bad guy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever you want, Albert. It's fine." I said, "Just call me when it's ready." And that's exactly what they did. And it was so exciting just to get back on the set. I saw a lot of friends, a lot of cast and crew that I've worked with, in the last 30 years. And just to be able to go to a set, I was driving and I go, I've been in daytime 30 years. What other actor or actress gets to do this for so long? I'm so grateful to be a part of it. It was so much fun. And, the 4th episode, I think, drops today. And it's just been great.
I've watched the first 2. They are so action-packed, and
some of us get to do it a little bit longer.
Yeah. Well, you both are just such icons in the genre. Deidre, I've got to ask you. I've asked you before about head writer Ron Carlivati. You've sung his praises. I think what he's done for your legacy soap is incredible. You can tell he loves writing for you. He's now won his 2nd Emmy with the Dual Team. How do you like the parallel stories he's written for Beyond Salem and bringing together so many of our favorite families?
Wow, the Emmy was such a lovely win this year, and we were all so thrilled for Ron and the team. Ron's very good at circling back with characters and remembering history on the show and incorporating that history. So although a lot of our couples are traveling in Beyond Salem too, you're seeing a lot of the history. You've got Patch and Kayla going back to see their own children. Ben and wife and child are going to Montreal. John actually travels back to see his son, Paul. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of traveling, different sets, different locations, and different storylines. That's what Ron does best. He kind of shocks you into watching.
Yes, so true. And Steve, you mentioned you're a baddie on this, which is it's wild, especially right off the top. You hit the canvas, guns blazing. What's it like to play such a mysterious man and really at the center of the beloved Bo and Hope return?
Yeah, exactly. So first of all, we know super couples are everything in daytime, right? So you have Bo and Hope, their potential reunion. You have Patch and Kayla, which, obviously, and you have Dr. Marlena Evans here with John Black. So that being said, I'm way down on the totem pole. So Harris Michaels is causing some trouble. It's always awesome for me to do action. I love doing action. And Trent, as you know, I've had more wardrobe changes on this series than I've had in my whole career. I'm having a blast. So tune in. Beyond Salem 2 is going to be awesome.
It really already is. Steve, we're so used to leather jacket, but you're right. You're all the costumes. It's insane.
What a great interview. Good job, Trent. 5 episodes of Beyond Salem Chapter 2 are now on Peacock. And of course, watch The Mothership Days of Our Lives weekdays at 1 o'clock right here on 11 Alive. All right, for those of you who watch the